SEC Media Days happening in Atlanta. We're so pleased now to be joined by Anthony Richardson, of course, quarterback for your Florida Gators. All right, Anthony, like our intern here at CBS Sports Network, have you ever heard of Tone Loc?
I have not.
All right, we got to get this going here. We're going to turn you on to a little Tone Loc. You can bring it down to Gainesville, and you want to do some serious dancing. You just wait till you get your hands on a little Tone Loc. All right, Anthony, walk us through what the last couple months have been like for you. Lots of change at Florida. You had a coaching change, and at one point you weren't even sure if Florida was still going to be the place for you. Take us through your decision to stay.
You know, it's definitely been eventful the past few months. You know, it definitely taught me a lot about myself, and I'm definitely grateful for it. You know, Coach Napier is a great guy. I'm glad I'm sticking around to play for him. You know, he's taught me a lot about myself, about my character, and how I need to be. You know, so I'm definitely grateful for every opportunity that's been presented to me.
What'd you learn about yourself? Like, how are you different now than you were a couple months ago?
So I'm a lot more confident in myself. You know, I believe in myself a lot more, and I'm also becoming a better leader. You know, so that's pretty much been my main focus: becoming a better leader, making sure my guys can trust me. You know, because the game's going to go, and you just got to be a part of it.
Anthony, I heard Coach Napier at the podium today, and he was talking all about toughness, and he had me fired up. I wanted to run onto the field. Is he that kind of guy? Is that more for the defense, or does he get the offense fired up as well?
No, that's really for everybody, you know, because with this game, you're going to have to be tough. You're going to have to be smart. You know, you're going to have to know how to maneuver through different things, especially through adversity. So, you know, Coach Napier, he's a great guy with words, and he knows how to get people going.
So you're stiffing. I assume this means more stiff arms we're going to see. Are you going to run over people next year? I know it's something you've never been afraid of, physical contact as a runner. Is that something you pride yourself in?
Oh, definitely. You know, but now I have to be a lot more smarter, you know, dealing with injuries and things like that. You know, so I got to be a lot more smarter with my body when it comes to taking hits instead of trying to punish people.
Anthony Richardson is our guest. He's the quarterback for the Florida Gators. And, you know, you mentioned about leadership and, you know, trying to become a better leader, Anthony, now wanting to protect yourself a little bit more from injuries. And I kind of joked around about dancing to Tone Loc, but famously you got injured, you know, dancing in the team hotel room before a game. And I'm curious, what did you take away from that experience? You had a very funny tweet about it after. You were very self-deprecating about it. But what did you learn from that?
You know, I definitely learned a lot about that. And to clear it up, it wasn't actually in a hotel. It was like right after our walkthrough. It was in the indoor facility.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Most people think it was in a hotel, but it wasn't, you know. But it definitely taught me that I have to calm down a lot. You know, I can't be as jokey as I am because I'm a businessman now. I have to move like it. So I have to protect myself and protect everything I'm doing.
You know, but Anthony, don't you like also, I imagine like you want to be yourself, right? Like you want to be true to yourself and stay true to your personality. How do you balance both of those things?
You know, sometimes it's kind of hard, you know, because you still want to stay true to yourself, but you also want to make sure you're doing the right things for the university and for the team. You know, so there's times for you to be yourself, and there's also times for you to be a business person. So you just have to learn how to navigate through that.
Speaking of being a business person, Anthony, you're going to be at some point looking at the NFL draft. When you look at the quarterbacks you grew up watching, who did you watch, and who do you think you are most like? Who's in the NFL right now?
You know, growing up, I used to love watching Cam Newton. You know, a lot of people compare me to him a lot. You know, so I definitely watched his game a lot, especially him at Auburn. You know, his first few years at Carolina. You know. I wanted to be like him so much, but now, you know, I'm gravitating more towards guys like Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, you know, because they can do it all just like Cam. They're just a little younger.
You know, and like using your legs as a weapon, you know, it's funny because we praise certain quarterbacks for doing it. Obviously, Cam, Josh Allen, how Patrick Mahomes is so athletic. But then some guys get pegged as like they can only be running quarterbacks. We know your arm is sick, but like, do you worry about getting pegged as more of a running quarterback and not being able to show the balance of both?
You know, I've been dealing with that since high school, you know, just running the way that I do run. You know, I look at guys like Lamar Jackson. He's very elusive, you know, towards the end of my high school career. I was calling myself Cam Jackson, you know, just because I was similar to Cam and Lamar. You know, so just trying to understand that it's okay to be a running quarterback. You know, people, they're not used to it. So or they may not like it, but it's a part of the game now. They just got to accept that.
Wait, Anthony, you're someone who has to work. You've been working on your confidence over the last couple months, yet in high school you were calling yourself Cam Jackson. It seems like you've been pretty confident for a while.
I always believed in my ability, whenever it was game time, crunch time, something just fired up in me, and I was just able to perform how I wanted to for some reason.
Anthony, the quarterbacks you compared yourself or talked about, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Cam Newton, incredibly strong arms. We know you have a strong arm. If you're standing at the goal line, how far can you throw it? I think Maggie and I combined could get it to midfield. Your longest throw, what is it?
Oh, if I was at the goal line and I was warmed up, I think I could probably get 80.
Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think I probably could.
What do you think the longest pass you could attempt in a game? You couldn't do that in a game. What could you do? What's realistic?
Maybe 60. That's always a great ball. Maybe throwing like a deep post or a go ball from the opposite 40. Something like that.
Is that your favorite pass to throw? The long one?
Honestly, I don't know. I like throwing deep outs for some reason. Get to rip it.
We know you went to the Manning Passing Academy. You go to that passing academy, you're throwing 60-yard bombs. What are the Mannings saying about you?
They were amazed, talking about my arm strength and stuff like that. It was an honor, just being praised by guys like them, like legends, So just being able to showcase what I can do in front of them, it was pretty fun.
Anthony Richardson, our guest, Florida Gators quarterback. Just have you for another minute and appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. I thought you wrote a really insightful and a very interesting Instagram post recently, Anthony, where you said you no longer want to be known by your nickname AR-15, considering just how much devastation has happened in this country at the hands of the weapon, the AR-15. You want to rebrand yourself, and you are in the process of doing that. I'm really curious, are people respecting your wishes so far? You've asked them not to call you AR-15. Do you find that people are respecting that boundary?
Some people are, some people aren't. That's just the world we live. Everybody's not going to agree to everything. Some people say that they're going to call me that. But hey, it's not up to me to force people to call me what I want to be called. I just know what I want to go by, and that's my name, Anthony Richardson. That's who I've been since I was little. So, some people respect it, some people don't, but it's all part of life.
It's like a really, I think a lot of people were very impressed because especially, young people, I would say even old people, sometimes you can just get very tunnel vision, right? And for you to think about the world around you and how that nickname could be impacting other people, I think people took that as a sign of real maturity. When did you start thinking about wanting to change your nickname?
When I first started and changed my number to that, just for NIL purposes and stuff like that and branding purposes, I thought it was a great idea. But in the back of my mind, it was like, should I actually do this, because it is promoting the gun in some sort of way, form, and fashion. My merch that I was putting out, it had the logo was a target. We used to put it on some of the team mascots, just was a fun idea, and I didn't necessarily understand that could trigger some people in certain ways, So just trying to understand how to accommodate certain things in my life and try to relate to certain people. I feel like it was the best decision for me.
Totally respect it, 100%. One of the videos that tends to make it around, not just you throwing the ball, not you running and stiff-arming people and all that stuff, is the backflips. Are you still going to continue to do these backflips, or is this another thing that has to sort of go by the wayside as you're now making more business decisions?
That's something I have to put behind me now.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Yeah, maybe on my free time, but, I got to be smart, because if I land the wrong way, I could probably be out for a game or two. So I got to be smart how I move now.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson flipped it in the end zone last year. He kind of got hurt a little bit.
Yeah, that was a really bad idea when he did that.
Yeah. And you are Cam Jackson, so I don't know. I think you could still do it, Anthony.
Possibly.
Save one for the end of the season. Anthony, can't tell you how much we appreciate it. We know this is a busy time. Wishing you the best of luck this season at Florida, and hope to check in with you again soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
Okay, appreciate you. Anthony Richardson. Thank you for watching our video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more videos like this, just hit the bell.
Yeah, ring the bell.
Just hit the bell.